You
You
are
you are
listening
listening
to
to
the
the
Black
Black
Love
Love
Experience
Experience
Podcast.
I'm Amber.
I'm Tavares. We are the Black Love Experience. Welcome to our kingdom. Welcome back to the Black Love Experience Podcast. I am Tavares. Queen Amber is not here with us. However, I am holding it down for the both of us and the kingdom. You know, when it comes to black love, hey, it's important for us to be there for each other. And so the show must go on. Today, we're talking about challenging yourself or challenging ourselves and what that looks like and how important it is for us to do these things because it's about growth, right? Right. My lovely wife, Amber, is out there on assignment, and I know she would love to be here as we discuss this because we often talk about challenging ourselves, and we look forward to it. It's not always easy, but we do enjoy growing. And, well, how else are you going to grow? I mean, yeah, we can go with the flow, or we can be intentional about going with the flow and kind of help to, say, stir up the flow. What does it mean to challenge yourself? Well, I tell you, for me, when it comes to challenging yourself, for me, it's been about getting out of my comfort zone. It's been about facing the difficult parts of myself, being honest about those things, right? Being very honest and continuing to hold space while I process so I can make it through. When I sit and speak with my therapist, I often compare it to walking through wet cement. And my therapist, Dr. Janice, she says, well, at least if you don't stop, you won't suffocate. And I'm like, whoa, and just when I thought, again, like, even when we come up with great pieces of information, there's always another level to take it to. And that's what that moment was for me. And so when I think about challenging myself, people ask, what does it mean to challenge yourself? It means you've stepped outside of your comfort zone and taken on a new task. You've set new goals for yourself and you're ready to work hard to achieve them. You're ready to go after them. Thank you to BetterUp.com for helping us out today. To challenge yourself, and look, it's also about being intentional about your growth. We want to be intentional about our growth because those are great ways for us to monitor our process, right? Keeping track of our goals. And these goals can be whatever you want them to be. They are personal goals. They can be professional goals. They can be any kind of goal you wish it can be that type of goal. Whatever you feel it is or is going to be to help you grow or get to the next level. How do I challenge myself? One way, and recently my in-laws, shout out to the WFNN, they started a book club. And yes, a book club is a way to challenge yourself. I myself have read several books over the last few months. I'm very happy to say that. I'm excited about that because I wasn't always really big on reading. And so now in my later years, I want all the information. And I'm very intentional about the material that I read because I want it to be nurturing. I want it to feed into the space I'm currently in, the season I'm in. And, I'm loving myself and I'm really big on self-love because I feel like the more I love myself, the more that love's going to show up in everything around me. The more it's going to make me a better husband, a better friend, a better coworker, a better ally, etc. And so being intentional about, approaching and embracing the challenges is also very helpful. Also, change your daily routine or your route to work. Try something different. And look, we can start off with challenges as small as we want. They don't have to all be like ginormous challenges, not at all. They can be as simple as you want them to be. I prefer to take small steps because at least then I know I'm building something as opposed to just jumping in with both feet. I've been known to be impatient in my day. Number 3, take a fitness class at the gym. Another great way to challenge yourself, because there it's not only about the fitness class itself, it's about meeting new people, right? It's about engaging with new people. You don't know what you don't know, so why not be a part of something that can warm you up to new ideas and new opportunities? The next one, learn a new language. This is fun. I actually been brushing up on my Spanish. My wife, Amber, shout out Amber, what's up, baby, is great with her Spanish. And our oldest daughter, Alira, awesome with her Spanish. And me, I'm un poquito with my Espanol. So I'm working on it. And look, when it comes to challenging myself, I've always done it. And, I did it out of, like I said, we didn't have a lot growing up. So being creative was a great way to challenge myself. And it really served a purpose and still does. So I'm very happy to say that. Learn a new language, read a book, take on a new hobby. These are just things to get us out of our comfort zone, right? These are just suggestions. You can start here or you can stop here. It's up to you. Challenging ourselves is healthy too. It's very healthy. Okay. The brain keeps on growing. And the best way to assist in that process is to crave information, right? Watch a TED Talk. Okay. Talk to new people. I just mentioned that. Have conversations with folks that you normally wouldn't have conversations with. Again, it's always healthy to challenge oneself. You could run a marathon. You could take on a charity challenge. You could exercise not only your brain, your body. You could surprise yourself. Just do something that you normally wouldn't do. Like, for example, I'm looking forward to going skydiving one day. Not sure when, but I'm looking forward to it. Why? Just something I've always thought about doing. And I know how I feel about heights. And so it also sounds very liberating and free to jump out of a perfectly good plane. But that's just me. And I'm okay with that. No problem. You could also, for those of us out there in the job market, get a new job. Matter of fact, pivot. Take on a new career. Maybe do something you've been wanting to do. And again, taking those small steps that get you there. We're not saying jump all the way in. Here at the Black Love Experience podcast, we definitely support anyone and everyone who wants to better themselves. And we understand the challenges that can and will come with some of those changes. You could even go out in the wilderness and climb a famous peak. I have friends who love the outdoors and they love doing things like that and getting involved in extreme sports. When we challenge ourselves, by doing so, we push the boundaries of what we can achieve as individuals. We gain confidence, resilience, and motivation. We find opportunities and goals that we can chase and that are extraordinary. And we also will have the satisfaction of having made it all ourselves. In other words, coming up with it, stepping into those spaces, owning ourselves in those spaces. The amount of growth that takes place there is amazing. Look, before I got to where I'm at today, I had to go through a whole lot. A lot of things some people don't make it out of. I have stories. I've heard stories. I know individuals. A lot of people didn't have the opportunity to kick drugs or kick alcohol, and they had to go out a different way. So a part of me being involved here and a part of me sharing my stories and my experiences is because I know that there's people out there who struggle. They struggle with challenging themselves. They want to, they have the intent to do it, perhaps even the desire. But sometimes that desire just isn't enough. This is the Black Love Experience podcast. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? Please say a prayer for those over in Turkey and continue praying for those in Ukraine. The world, as we all know, is going through a very dark time right now. So please, let's shine a light and show love. Be sure to catch the BLX podcast right here on Anchor.fm weekly. Welcome back to the Black Love Experience podcast. I am Tavares. Queen Amber JG is out on assignment. What's up, baby? Today we're talking about challenging yourself and what that looks like. Look, for myself or Queen AJG, when we challenge ourselves, we are intentional. We set alarms. We set reminders. If it's about going and getting out of the house early, I prep and set my clothes out the night before. Amber does the same thing because we want to be intentional about these experiences that we're about to go be a part of. When it comes to challenging ourselves and pushing those boundaries, hey, who else is going to do it for us? We can't expect anyone else to get us out of our comfort zone. We have to be willing. We have to be wanting. We have to desire it. The change. And for many people, sometimes fear gets in the way, stops them right in their tracks. And it's difficult for many people to overcome that fear. It plays over and over in their mind like a bad record. And I have become inundated with those thoughts that stop me from being a better version of myself. So I've become even more intentional about being intentional about doing away with that negative vibration. I use what I call the flip. Negative thought comes in, I replace it and reinstall it with a positive thought. Regarding the same situation, I don't change the situation. The situation stays the same. It's a matter of reframing how I look at it. If I can do that, then I will reframe how I approach it. And if I can do that, then I will help to mitigate the negative vibrations that I may feel in that situation. Because normally I would have probably gone default, right? I would have gone into it and responded in a default way. What I mean by that is the ways I've been known to respond throughout my life. So challenging myself allows me to stay audacious. When we stay audacious, we stay in a stretch mindset, okay? The idea is to increase your capacity. Stretching yourself creates the possibility of growth and learning. When you challenge yourself to reach for goals that are outside your comfort zone, but still attainable, you set yourself up to accomplish truly amazing things. Thank you, do.com. So important, so necessary. It's a stretch mentality. Not physically, but the physical stretch is worth it too. I do that every day. See, you've heard me talk about this before where it's a plan, it's a regimen, right? Here at the Black Love Experience podcast, we are advocates of health and nutrition and mental health support. We're all inclusive here. We support so many individuals and groups and people because we are some of those people. And so challenging ourselves as a community, listen, here's what it does. It pushes a positive narrative forward, a generational narrative that says, hey, you know what? Challenging yourself is great for personal growth. It's great for you to go out there and see what you are made of. And not only that, to simply see what you can and cannot do, because even the things we come to know that we cannot do are still valuable learning experiences. 12 ways to increase your intellectual wellness. Look, we're talking about challenging yourself, and it's not just physical challenges, intellectually too. Read, exercise, be social, stay curious, eat well. I'm going to pause it right there. Hey, if you prefer to get the better end of who you are out of yourself, then eating well matters very much. Hydration matters very much. Sleep matters very much. All of this matters very much. And when it's all going together along the same baseline, oh my goodness, you will feel, I feel, we all will feel completely amazing and unstoppable. Clarity at its most clearest and highest point of definition. Challenging yourself is valuable. Get creative, stay hydrated. I just said that. Hello. Okay. Thank you to brainhq.com for all of those. See, I'm not just saying this stuff just to say it. It's not only backed up by science, but it's also backed up by reputable entities and corporations as well. Challenging yourself is important in life. Hard times stimulate growth in a way that good times don't. See, I didn't know that when I was growing up. I had no clue what was going on. And then when I got a clue, I was more than likely more involved in myself as a young man growing up. I mean, we've all been there, right? Right. Life moves fast as a child. And it's so exciting. It's so much fun. When you turn 10, you're like, oh my God, I'm double digits now. You get where I'm going with it. And then you grow into adulthood. And you don't know, again, what you don't know until you have those experiences. Facing challenges and navigating one's way through them builds resilience capacity. That's one thing I love about myself, my family, my mother. Our resilience capacity is way up there because of the, opportunities we faced growing up and coming of age. We're very thankful for those opportunities because it has made us stronger individuals, lovely individuals. Knowing that one can overcome obstacles, learn from struggles, and benefit from mistakes lays a solid foundation for success in later life. I know some people don't want to hear that, and some people don't probably understand that and simply just don't care to deal with that because they've gone through hard times. I've gone through hard times, and I tell you, yeah, when you're going through them hard times, you don't want to hear stuff like that. However, it's true. It's very true. It does build a solid foundation for success. I know that I wouldn't be me without the opportunities that I've been a part of, without the experiences I've been a part of. I get that, and I honor that. That's one of the biggest reasons why we have the Black Love Experience podcast, because we constantly want to be sharing a narrative that our culture, and not only our culture, all the people who love our culture, all the people who are involved, who are integrated, whether you're married or, your cousin's mother's friend, it doesn't matter. We want to be a part of a narrative that continues to embody the core values of the Black Love Experience podcast. One of the main ones being self-love. This is the Black Love Experience podcast. I am Tavares. Queen Amber JG is on assignment. We'll be right back. Pussycat Pearly here, baby. Fluffy in the front, tight in the back. And if we going up, then we going all the way up. You dig? Now check this out. I'm always locked in. And I'm always locked in to the Black Love Experience podcast. They just give me what I need to get through the day. You understand what I'm saying? Do you really dig what I'm saying to you? It's really real up over here. Tell a friend, tell somebody. We always locked in. The BLX, baby. It's the Black Love Experience podcast. I am the only one you know. Meow. Body Synthesis assists you with stress relief, weight management, behavior change, sober support, positive self-talk, nutritious lifestyling, and more. Are you transformation ready? Call us now at 818-533-8059. And if you're online, check us out on Instagram or Facebook at Body Synthesis. Go to our website at thebodysynthesis.com. Welcome back to the Black Love Experience podcast. I am Tavares. Queen Amber JG, my beautiful wife, is out on assignment. Today we're talking about challenging yourself. And look, I mentioned this earlier in the podcast. When we are showing up for ourselves, we will do a much better job in showing up for each other. And that's also what the Black Love Experience podcast is also about. See, of course, I want my queen here, but she has things to do. We both do. And so the show must go on. This is how we must continue to show up for each other within our culture and beyond as human beings. Just because one of us is unavailable doesn't mean we're going to make the kingdom wait. And so we want to thank each and every single person who continues to listen and support the BLX. We love y'all very much. See, things like and opportunities like this, where we have to show up and the show must go on, these opportunities also challenge ourselves. And so another reason to rise to the occasion. For me, it's also motivating. I like challenges because I know what I'm capable of, and I love trying it out. I love going after it. I love seeing what's possible, what isn't possible. And if it isn't possible to be done this time, then is there a time I can create? Is there an opportunity I can look forward to in the future to obtain that goal? Just because I want to, right? How cool is it to obtain something that you want to simply because you want to and not because you have to, right? Right. So let's continue to be intentional about our not only personal growth, but about challenging ourselves. As we challenge ourselves, look, for those of us who enjoy it, it does help you relax better. It sounds strange, but taking on challenges help you to relax more deeply and enjoy your life more. Think about it. A life without a challenge, a life that is comfortable and predictable, ultimately makes you restless. Been there, done that. Shout out to medium.com. We appreciate y'all helping out today on the BLX. You hear that? Enjoy challenging yourself. It can really feed and play into better relax, better sleep, better rest for you to enjoy your life more. If the life is not challenging you, then what? Really, are you living or are you existing? Let's be transparent here. I believe a lot of us prefer to live, want to live, rather live, right? Look, I believe there's a person for every situation in the world, and I believe everybody has a place in the world. So there are people who love things to be mundane, to be the exact same way every day. They love to be predictable. They have no problem with it. That's totally cool. To each his own. Remember, we're all inclusive here. All right? Not exclusive. So we rather be informational, not promotional. Okay? So when we acknowledge our individuals, those of us who like to be that way, it's okay because we understand that life is going to present challenges that's going to really call on all of us to evolve. Therefore, life's going to continue to challenge us everywhere we go. Okay? Keeping yourself mentally as well as physically fit will make you feel better, improve your brain power, and help you stay independent for longer. Love that, right? For those entrepreneurs out there. In fact, for anybody out there, let's be very clear, for anybody out there, when we are able to be better versions of ourselves, it's when we are intentional about doing better for ourselves. Okay? Other ways people can challenge themselves to reach their potential, look for potential in others and call it out. Leaders do that. Leaders see leadership qualities and character in other individuals and they call it out, assisting the other person in recognizing it themselves, for themselves, to help themselves do what? Grow. That in itself is a challenge right there. See, the challenge doesn't have to be something that's uncomfortable, awkward, or stressful. In fact, it should be none of those things. The challenge to be something or some things that speak to who you are. They should be things that you want to probably improve upon. There should be areas of your life that you want to elevate. Or they may just want to be new experiences you want to be a part of. So your challenge, look, me jumping out of a plane on the surface just looks crazy and silly. But when I think about my life and I think about the things that have troubled me and I think about the fear and how I've let fear make its way into many areas of my life, jumping out of a plane to me also symbolizes a way of, you guessed it, letting go, being free. Sometimes it takes that. It's no one else's job to tell you how you should go about freeing yourself of anything that may be in your way. Push people out of complacency. That's another way to challenge people. See, in challenging folks, sometimes, I get pushed out of my comfort zone. Yeah, that's right. I really do. In challenging others. That's the beautiful thing about being available to challenge and about being open to it. Be open to change, be open to challenge, be intentional about these sorts of things because we are the architects of our own reality. So if we're being intentional, then guess what? We get to build the lives we want intentionally. Make failure a learning process. I have a very good friend of mine, James Lewis. Shout out, letjameshelp.com. Love you, buddy. He's great with this sort of thing. He is really good with this sort of thing. He's great at utilizing opportunities like a failed learning process to build people up, to build leaders. That's what he does. It's amazing work. Being a leader is not an easy job, but I tell you, it's rewarding. It's really, really rewarding. Remind employees that it's about the effort, not just the innate skills. Effort matters. Effort shows up. We all know what effort looks like. So when we're talking about being intentional and we're talking about challenging ourselves, look, put in the effort because you're going to get in or you're going to get out what you put in. So please show up to it because if you show up to it with your best, then you're going to get your best out of it. This is the Black Love Experience podcast. I am Tavares. Queen Amber is on assignment. I love you, baby. We'll be right back. Don't forget to pick up my new book, Kissed by the Wind, A Book of Poems and Passions, Volume 3, out now on Amazon Books. Go ahead and search Tavares Allen Garrett and get yourself a copy. Thank you for your support. Always encourage love. Always encourage Black love. Everybody, everywhere. Always stand up in the name of love. Welcome back to the Black Love Experience podcast. I am Tavares. Queen Amber is on assignment. Today we're talking about challenging yourself and how important it is for personal growth. In fact, for all sorts of growth. If we don't challenge ourselves, then we are kind of just hanging out, kind of just chilling in life. Don't want to just do that. Life is meant to be lived. Life is all about experiences and opportunities, right? Right. Life is about meeting and seeing new people, going to new places, experiencing new things and vibrations. That's what it's about. Each one teaching one, loving each other, showing each other how to love each other. Right? Right. So today, as we continue to talk about challenging ourselves, we're going to talk about a stretch goal. What is a challenge or stretch goal? A stretch goal is an ambitious and challenging target that individuals or teams set, usually exceeding their current abilities and resources. It's a type of goal that isn't meant to be 100% completed. Thank you to BetterUp.com. Love that. Are you of the stretch mindset? How often do you challenge yourself? When's the last time you challenged yourself? Has it been recent? Why'd you stop? You know why a lot of people stop challenging themselves? I believe same reason I stopped challenging myself at times. We get complacent. We get comfortable. We get used to ourselves and the spaces that we are in. So it's extremely important that we stay mindful in these spaces when it comes to the self. The self, the self loves to be challenged because the self grows, wants to grow, and enjoys growing, is in love with growing. Aren't you in love with growing? Aren't you in love with learning new things, meeting new people? Should be. That's what life's about. It's exciting. Amber and I are avid individuals who look to better ourselves. We look forward to showing up to the moments when we know we have to show up to those moments. We look forward to lending our expertise, our time, our energy to help others also be better versions of themselves. I mean, that's what being a servant leader is all about. It's not about, the monetary, support or rewards. No. We are out here in the kingdom looking forward to not only meeting our supporters, but blessing them. And we're able to do that because of the multiple times that we've challenged ourselves to always be better versions of ourselves. A stretching mindset is the belief that you can do more with the resources that you already have rather than chasing additional resources in order to do more. Wow. How many of us have been a part of that? Me too. Chasing. And you know what I've often said to individuals throughout my life, and including even now in my adult years, is we all have everything we need right inside of us. But a lot of the times we've been conditioned to think that we have to go elsewhere to get it. Nah, don't have to do all that. Don't have to do all that. Not at all. Just have to be intentional. Have to be intentional. Intentional about challenging ourselves. Intentional about personal growth. Intentional about love. Okay? These are the ways that we continue to challenge ourselves, Here are several strategies to help carry this through. For anyone who's looking for a little bit more support, you know how the BLX feels about you. We love you, and we always want to balance things out and reinstall additional great practices, like taking your time. Take your time with yourself. Be patient with yourself. It's all good. Take your time. Take small steps approaching those challenges. You don't have to change everything at once. Take your time. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude. One of my favorite slogans this year. Love that. I myself have been learning a lot more about not only gratitude, but self-compassion as well. There's so much strength in self-compassion. There's so much strength in being that for other people. We don't have to get anything in return. In fact, I prefer not to. It's just something I feel this season in my life I want to do more of. I want to be more part of. And I'm so thankful that I have a beautiful wife who feels and shares the same sentiments that I do. When you guys meet my queen, you will know why she's 75 and sunny. I call her a light. She's always beaming. She's always shining. And she's always sharing her beam and sharing her light. It's one thing that I love the most about her. Another thing we can do to continue to practice and help to carry us through with helpful strategies is stay close to your feelings, even the painful ones. Turn toward reality. Embrace your life as it is rather than as you wish it to be. What's so amazing about that statement right there is that so many people are focused on what they want their lives to be. If we spent more time focusing on our lives as they are, we will get to where we want to be, because staying present is a challenge for many people. We're often thinking about the past, the immediate future, daydreaming about, the present. Look, nothing wrong with any of those. But challenging ourselves, well, we have to be intentional there. Because it's not just at work where it's going to be helpful. It's not just in our relationships where it's going to be helpful. It's going to be helping our children and our grandchildren. Because remember, they're watching us too. We're some of their biggest influences and supporters. So when they see us overcoming challenges, they too now know they can too. We always want the future generations to know that they are more than enough. They are more than capable to do anything they want to do. We want them to know about love, self-love, love of the neighbor, love for a stranger, love for a human life, love for life. We want them to know that. Some of the generations before, they didn't really go hard on that. They didn't really teach a whole lot of that. They didn't talk about therapy. Guess what? We're talking about it. We're going to keep talking about it because we want to continue to share the narrative with the culture, with the community, with our friends, your friends, my family, and yours. We want everyone to understand and to know that the Black Love Experience podcast, we love all. And we will talk about the difficult conversations. We have no problem with that. We're going to continue to push forward. We're going to continue to support those who challenge themselves, those who love themselves, those who are struggling, those who are reaching out for assistance and help. We're going to continue to show up and support you and love you. I want to thank each and every single person who has tuned in to the Black Love Experience podcast. We appreciate you all so very much. We love you. If you have any comments or questions, please click the link in our description. Go to our Linktree, linktree.com/Black Love Experience. And again, please go check it all out in the descriptions. There's links right there. You can click on them. It'll take you right to our socials. You can also email us at theblackloveexperience@gmail.com. We want to say thank you to each and every single person out there. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Until the next time, shout out to my beautiful wife, by the way. Queen, I'll see you when you get home. I love you. Until the next time, everybody, love yourself, love each other, love everybody. Peace.
Next time on the BLX.
Working through tough conversations. Let's have this talk on the next Black Love Experience podcast.
I'm Amber.
I'm Tavares. We are the Black Love Experience. Welcome to our kingdom.